bottomless pit, but my aim was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. Hi, welcome once again to today's edition. That is how to grow your own business. How to grow your own business. So far, we have gone to a lot of series from why there is the need to create your own business up to how to create your own business, how to sustain your business, or how to ensure the survival of your business. Now we are up to another edition, that is how to grow your business. How to grow your business. So now you have managed to keep your business alive without necessarily it collapsing. So your business in existence. And now how are you going to survive it? I mean, how are you going to grow it? And that's today's topic. So firstly, growth is a means to enhance physical increment or maturity or enlargement, which means if you create a business, the business shouldn't be stagnant, but rather the business has to grow like as a baby or a child grow. I'm actually coming out with the points, but trust me, I really love this song by Bob Marley. So let us enjoy it for a while before I continue. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you use the same? This source of freedom is all I ever had. Redemption song, redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. No matter ourselves can free our mind. I've no fear for atomic energy, cause none of them can stop the time. Allah shall kill our prophets while we stand aside and look. So how to grow your own business? So far I've made you understood what growth is. So now let's come back to the topic. Growth is very essential principal things when it comes to business. As a legal entity which can be sealed and be sealed, it actually has to bear the human characteristics of growth. That is, by increasing from one point to another, by enlarging from one point to another. So if you start a business as a good entrepreneur, you're not expecting it to remain as how it is. You want to see a kind of development, a kind of progress, a kind of increment or enlargement, either in terms of size, in terms of customer base, in terms of improvement of the quality of goods and services, in terms of acquisition of assets, and all aspects of the business stream. You want to see a kind of growth or a kind of expansion. And when it comes to span of control or the number of employees in the business as well. So before you can ensure the growth of your business, first, this is what you have to know. As I said, when we talk of business, it's all about human satisfaction. Human satisfaction. That is how to delight your customers, how to make your customers happy. So the first point is knowing your customers. Knowing your customers. You have to know your customers and understand them as who they are, how they are, their behavior, attitude, their status, what they like and what they don't like. As I always say, customers are the bloodline of every business. For every business to improve, for every business to be sustained, for every business to progress, it actually deals with customers, because they are the bosses, the main bosses of the companies. They pay us, as we the employees, and as we the entrepreneurs who create the businesses. Because nothing without them, the business is a failure, because they have to patronage the services and the products in income or the money to enhance the running and the growth of the business. So without the customers, the business is nothing. The business is meaningless, because everything is centered around the customers. So they are the focal point. They are the people we are trying to impress, the people we are trying to delight, those we are trying to make them happy, so that they stay forever, and not just staying by to bring other people and also to buy more. They stay, not just staying, but to bring new customers through recommendations. This is what makes customer satisfaction very, very important. So you have to know who your customers are, their status, so that you get to know how to address them, how to treat them, how to behave towards them. Get to know their needs so that you'll be able to satisfy them. Get to know what they want as customers so that you can make it available for them all the time. Customer satisfaction, customer satisfaction. That is the bloodline of every business, because without blood, human body cannot function. And without customers, business cannot function. So everything is centered on customers' satisfaction. So to grow your business, the people you must target most are your customers. Those who buy from you to give you the money to enhance the capital flow of the money, of the business, for you to increase and then move on or to improve. So we have to find a means of delighting our customers. We have to know who they are, we have to understand them, we have to know their needs and develop products and services that meet those needs. You can also develop insight about your customers by personalizing their services and encouraging them to buy more. And not so, they are also going to bring new people or new customers to you, which is going to enlarge and grow your business for you. Point number 2, offer great customer service. Offer great customer service. Number 1 is knowing your customers. As I said, know their status, know who they are, know their behavior, get to know them. Create a personal relationship between them. And as I said yesterday, you can even visit some of them. You can create contact or profile of which you'll be calling them to check on them. Mostly in Ghana or Africa, we do those things. But here in the United States, it's different in other parts of the world. So at times you have to send them emails, you have to send them thank you cards, and building a kind of personalized relationship with them to sustain them. So that is knowing your customers, and then offer great customer service. Customers, they say, are the wheels of the business. They are like car wheels or car tires. It's through them that the car can move. It's through them that the business can move. It's through them that the business can survive, the business can grow. So you need to treat your customers as kings and queens. You need to show a sort of appreciation to them for even they buying from you, or just even entering your shop or your business. Even if you're not buying anything, you need to show appreciation to them. You need to show a kind of love to them. You need to show a kind of embracement, a kind of welcoming posture and environment to them, so that it will entice them, it will delight them for them to come over and over again. And when they are coming, they are not coming alone, but they are coming with what? Another customers, through references. So great customer service is very important, and mostly to ensure that market survey is very important. At times, you have to listen to them, listen to their needs, get to know what you are doing right and what you are doing wrong from them. How your business services and product is being beneficial to them. You have to know from them. How they are being impressed by the product, or what they say generally about your customer service. You have to know. Do they like it? Do they like your approach of management, your approach of dealing with them, your approach of interacting with them, your approach of serving them as customers? Customers, they are the prime factor of every business. They are the key of every business. So without customers, you are a failure. Your business is going to fail, because they are the people who are going to bring in the money through patronizing your services and your products. So customer satisfaction is a key factor when it comes to growing a business. And usually you have to just match up to see how your customer base is growing daily. It's very important. It's very, very important. If you realize that your customer base is not growing, you get to know that there is something wrong. So you need to adopt a new approach as a means to entice them or to delight them. And as I said, mostly you have to engage in one-on-one conversation with them, to listen to them as what their needs are, what they want. Do they really like your approach, how you treat them? Do they like it? Should there be anything different? You have to go by the way you treat them. And as I said, knowing your customers is very important in the first place, because through that you get to know their status and get to know how to address them. Those who are supposed to be addressed as doctor, those who are supposed to be addressed as professor, those who are supposed to be addressed like Your Highness, per their title, per their status, so that they'll feel a kind of enlightened and delighted. I remember when I was working back home in Barclays Bank, yes, we were doing banking all right, but the bank actually adopted a strategy of enticing customers, mostly those at the high profile level. So what they did is they created what is called premium banking or executive banking, of which the service there is different from the ordinary banking. The ordinary banking hall, you go there and there is queue, of which you have to be standing there throughout. But for the executive, for the premier banking, there's kind of well-furnished area where great people, great businessmen, kings, ministers, people of high status actually sit to bank. So for them, they don't stand, they don't queue. They sit down, we serve them with beverage, we serve them with cookies, pastries, other stuffs to entice them. We give them newspapers, magazines. There's a flat screen about business insight, as how the business is going, as how our stocks and shares are. They give them a kind of treatment and insight of the business, which actually entice them for them to come there. So that place particular was meant for great people of executive level. And trust me, it was a kind of amazing thing. And you see them coming there with their friends because they are just proud seeing themselves being treated that way. So when they are coming with friends or their partners, they are not ashamed because they know they are going to receive good treatment. And when they do that, they rather recommend those friends they are bringing. And trust me, that place was just kind of moving faster. It was kind of growing faster as compared to the ordinary banking hall. The same banking, but they deliberately divided it, one for executive, one for ordinary banking. And trust me, it was such an amazing strategy. So knowing your customers, knowing their status, as how to treat them, how to address them is very important. And then good customer service as how to delight and satisfy them is very important as well. And then another point, nurture existing customers and look for new opportunities or new customers. You need to nurture the customers. Just give them much more insight about the business, much more insight about the product, much more insight about the service. Let them kind of own the service. Let them own the product. Let them embrace it to understand that they got to know everything about the product and the services. So when they go out there, they are rather going to nurture and tell other people about it. Visit them, give them right informations, and then they'll be referring them to come to your business. And that's one step to grow your business. So you have to nurture your existing customers. Prove that you have to create a kind of relationship between them. If you create that relationship between you and your customers, that is what is going to breed the bond, and you can nurture them for them to know much more information about the product and the services that you are dealing with, and prove that they are going to send a message out there to other people to come and patronize your services or your product, which is going to increase the customer base, prove that it is going to grow your business. So you have to nurture existing customers, as I said, by creating very good relationship with them, prove by checking on them, per chance. And at times you have to visit them when maybe they are in a situation, maybe they are mourning, they have funeral. Mostly if you go to Africa, such things are very important. At times when your customer is organizing a social event, such as wedding, funeral, and those stuff, and you don't show up, trouble for you. So mostly to understand customers, to know customers, just come to understand the social economic scope of where you are. The environment, their culture, how they deal with certain things in order to entice your customers with it. As I said, back home in Africa, it's a kind of much more socialite place. So when it comes to social aspect, when it comes to socialization and sociality, we don't joke with it. So when they are organizing, your customers are organizing social event, at least it's very nice you buy time to visit, just pass by to say hi. You have killed them and prove that you have made your way through. You'll be there, and then they'll be bringing people and be introducing them to you. Oh, meet this so and so. He's the owner of this business. He's dealing with that, and prove that he's advertising you or she's advertising you. And that is increasing your customer base, and that is going to grow your business. So nurturing your customers is very, very important. Your existing customers is very, very important. And then advertise or create a brand for your business through social media. We thank God, gone are the days things were not as we have it now. But in our time, we live in a more technological paced time, so things are different. Doing business is not as difficult as in the olden days. Now we have social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Name them. So these are all means to reach out to customers, potential customers. in order to attract them to come and buy from you or to come and patronize your services. So the use of the social media is very, very important. If we go to Facebook, it's not where we have to talk about, excuse me to say, silly stuffs, some profane stuffs and others. No, it's time for us to build our business, engage with our followers, people who are following us on Facebook, those who are following us on Instagram, on Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. Prove that we need to sell our business to them. We need to sell our products and services to them to increase our customer base. So the best way to increase your customer base and to create a good brand for your company to enhance growth is by the use of social media. It's very, very important. It's very, very, very important. So we thank God things are different our time. So the radios, the televisions, the Facebooks, Instagrams, they are all there to help us. So we need to actually base on that to grow our customer base. It is very important. Let's move to number 5. Attend networking events. Attend networking events. Invest time to build your networks. It's not what you know, but who you know. Now, the world has been to the point that now it's not about who you are and what you have learned, what you have known. No, it's about who you know. This is where the world has turned to now. That's why we have people who have much more knowledge, much more talent. I mean, who can do great things, but they are lacking the connections to strike them to the higher point where they are supposed to be. Why? They don't know anybody. They kind of antisocial, like, I'm minding my own business. And then they'll be lying on their couch, they'll be lying on their bed without socializing, without building any network. If you look at how the world is going, now you could see people who usually get greater opportunities are people who networks, people who socialize, people who know other people. So that prove that they hold their hands and then put them at where they don't even belong, where they don't even qualify to be there, but just because they know somebody, they are there. So networking, socializing, creating relationship and friendship between people, mostly your customers and your business competitors, is very, very essential when it comes to growing your business, because through that you have knowledge, you have ideas, you get insight of how businesses are run, how the economy is going, the projection of the economy, how things are going to be like, and how you can actually match up with good marketing and management strategies to meet up the unknown ahead. So if you are in business, don't say I'm minding my own business. You have to create relationship with your customers, not your customers alone, with your creditors, not just creditors, with your employees, not just employees, with like the stakeholders of the business. And not only that, your competitors. Yeah, they are particularly also part of the stakeholders of your business. So you have to create a kind of relationship. You have to network, get to know certain informations. Some may be in business for a long time. You need to get idea, knowledge, and experience from them. It's very, very important. And as I said yesterday, you can even network and create an association that can actually negotiate with the government to come out with good business and economic policies that will be in favor of your businesses. So when you are dealing with your competitors, don't see them as enemies, but work line in line with them, shoulder in shoulder with them. to enhance the sustainability and the growth of your business. So networking is very, very important. You have to network with people with high profile, like politicians, people in the security services, people in business, people, I mean, just network. Just, create connections, suppliers, and seek for informations. As the saying goes, information is power. Information is what? Wealth. Now, the greatest and the most variable currency on this earth now is not the paper money. It's not what the coins that we create, but it's an information. If you have knowledge of something, as the saying goes, knowledge is power. It kind of change the whole thing for you. Because if you don't know, you lack it, meaning you are poor as far as you lack it. So as far as you get availability of informations that can actually help you to thrive and grow your business is very important. And how do you get it? Through networking, through the relationship you create with your competitors, you create with your business partners, you create with your customers, you create with your creditors, you create with your suppliers and others. Network. So that even at times when you can have money to buy the stocks or the services, through the network or the relationship, it can be provided for you or to you on a credit base, of which at the end of the day, you will sell it and make your profit, and then you pay their money to them so that you sustain in business and you grow the business so that you'll be able to meet the needs of your customers. So networking is very, very important when it comes to business. It's very, very important. So instead of fighting your competitors, instead of competing arguably with them, you rather have to create a relationship with them and then find means of turning the competitions in a more positive way to suit your business, to grow it through networking. And then you have to host events. Growing your customer base actually depends on how your business is being sold or being sold, how you're able to advertise, how you are able to reach them to make them know the existence. You may be having good idea, all right, the most perfect and quality of all products, all right, but without the customers being having knowledge of it or being knowing of the product will go waste. Nobody will patronize the services or the products. So you have to create awareness by letting customers and people know what you are doing, what you have, so that they'll be able to thrive on or patronize it. So you have to do so by advertisement, and advertisement, it takes a lot of forms. One, you can do it by calling, I mean, we call it direct call, one-on-one call. You call them to inform them about it. Two, you can send them emails. You can use the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, WhatsApp, or, I mean, name them to advertise, to create awareness. And then the television, the radio as a means to advertise. And more to the point, you can host events, something like trade exhibitions or business get together, business conferences, business seminars. So you create some event of which when they come, the center and the idea of the event that you are hosting is to advertise by letting them know about the existence of your business, the services you render, and the products that you deal with. So mostly you have to create your own event. You have to host your event, to get to know your customers and build relationship with them. Invite some of the best existing customers and encourage them to bring their friends along. So when you host those events, something like business get together or business seminars or business conference or something like exhibition, when the customers are coming, they come with their friends and prove that they also become interested in the service or the product that you are rendering and prove that it increases your customer base. So it's very, very important. And one of the most powerful sales and advertising event that is being held in the United States is the Thanksgiving parade, where all the businesses, the industries, and I mean the banks and other stuff, they just parade and go around the street just to advertise or create awareness to themselves. Though you may not be able to host such a big thing, but you can actually do something like business exhibition or product exhibition at your business place or business get together, whilst the customers will come in, they come with their friends and others, and at least you just share something little with them whilst you introduce your product and your services to them. More to the point, you also have to give back to your community. If you want to grow your business, one of the ways to let you being appreciated or being loved for your product and services to be patronized is, is by giving out to the community. So for you to be loved, you need to love. You see, for before somebody would develop interest in you or interest in whatever you need to develop some kind of likeness or love for you. And how do you have to achieve that? You have to love first by showing a kind of good customer service, good relationship, friendliness, and a kind of blowing their minds by pampering them, making them feel like kings and queens. And then other way that you can be loved is by giving. You give out to your community. So what you do is mostly you can do some community free of charge. We call it social responsibilities. Back home in Ghana, businesses or the companies take it upon themselves to fix some roads, some schools, hospitals. They provide some of the social amenities, and then they inscribe the name of the business or the company there. And at times they design most of the products and the services there, which is a form of advertisement. And people begin to love, get to love them for that. Oh, at least if you buy from them, they'll make the profit. The profit will remain, and they will share the profit with us through the the social responsibilities of providing schools, hospitals, and other social amenities. So it is very important to give back to the community as a means to let the people like you, let the people love you. And if you do that, the people become protect you and the business. They become the watchdog of your business, of which if some criminals or bad people are trying to attack the business, even before the security comes in, they are there already. Why? Because they know you belong to them. They know the business is not for you alone. It belongs to all of them. Because at the end of the day, if you make the profit, you share it with the community through the social responsibilities project that you put up by creating schools, hospitals, and other stuff that actually serve their needs. It's very, very important that you will be able to give out to your community when you make the profit. And more or less, the people become happy, and then they themselves will kind of advertise your product and your services for you. They themselves will patronize it, and then they particularly will advertise or encourage other people to get the product and the services as well, because they know as far as you make the profit stays in the economy. I mean, in the country, more or less, you don't keep it alone. You become so benevolent by sharing with them, by creating social amenities for them. That is, I mean, help them to reduce some of their challenges and their problems. So it's like they begin to own the business themselves. They begin to act like the business is for them by protecting the business, by advertising, by patronizing the services and the products, and then trying to increase the customer base for you as well through referring your product and your service to other people. And more to the point, you have to measure what works and refine your approaches as you go. So, like, as you have put all these measures in place as a means to grow your business, you have to sit down to see how those policies, those measures are actually working. And if they are working, you have to find a means to improve it. If it's not working, you have to refine it by adopting different ideas and strategies as a means to improve the services and the delightfulness of the people or the customers so that they will like you, and then they will kind of help the growth of the business. Obviously, I'm expecting a resource person who kind of call and then share his knowledge or ideas with us. But since he hasn't come yet, I do wish like playing the redemption song for a while as we wait for him. But if he doesn't come, I'll continue. So just stay by for some few minutes. Okay, let's continue. So for you to grow your business, you have to identify new opportunities. Already, the business in existence, it is going all right, but as the saying goes, at times some people become fed up of certain policies and certain services and products. So you have to kind of drive by getting new opportunities, a new way of making your business look essential or stand out aside your competitors. So in case customers need something, they'll rather choose you instead of your competitor as a means to grow your customer base and then to grow your business. So you need to create new opportunities by at times dealing with different products as well, aside of what your competitors are doing. Like they are selling some product all right, but you can kind of add something different that will make yours stand out from what they are doing, so that you kind of gain a competitive advantage over them. So if customers actually want to buy, they'll rather prefer yours to your competitors. And if you're able to win the competitive advantage, you are growing your customer base and you are growing your business as well. More or less, you have to form strategic partnership. Strategic partnership, as I said, at times some of the businesses and the competitors, they are too strong. You can't stand them. So you need to use your mind. You need to be wise by teaming up with them. There's a saying, they said, if you can't beat them, join them. So when you feel that, no, these people, they are too strong to be compete with, you need to be smart enough and then join them. As I said, you can create a relationship with them and you can come out with something like association or an organization that can kind of protect your organization for you. So forming strategic partnership is one of the means of creating the sustainability and the growth of your business. And then you have to create a customer loyalty program. A customer loyalty program. I mean, business, as I've said earlier, is all centered about the customer. So, okay, I thank God the resource person is here. So let's actually listen to him. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good, are you?
By the grace of God, I'm doing well. Thank you. How's everything?
I got grace as well.
Okay,
Yourself, please.
that's great. Obviously, I've started the business. I mean, the topic already. That's how to grow your business. And I've given some points so you can actually add your contribution and your advice, and possibly if you have any form of advertisement as well. So you can let it go. We are listening to you. Hello. Sorry, we lost him. He's Apostle Emmanuel. He called from Ghana to kind of give his contribution towards the topic that we are discussing. So I'm expecting him to call back, but as he's not calling back, I'm kind of continuing with the point that I was raising. So you need to create customer loyalty. Some customers that will stay with you no matter what. In this world, loyalty is very, very important. And I'm really respecting this viewer. I mean, he seems to be my loyal viewer, though I don't know who the person is. I wish he or she actually, I mean, test and send me his or her name. I really appreciate. I mean, it's like always with me, no matter what. And I'm really grateful. So loyalty is standing by the person no matter the situation. Whilst others are turning their backs on the person, you have to still show love for the person by being with the person. So in business, if you really want your business to grow, you need to create loyal customers, not people that you lose them, people that will be with you as the situation even become tougher. And for them, like you treat them like your family, not just an ordinary people or ordinary customers. No, because they really mean a lot. To have their loyalty, to have the loyalty of somebody, trust me, it's not easy. It's not easy. So if you create loyal customers or you get loyal customers, you actually have to create a very nice relationship with them and work hand in hand with them as how how to grow the business, because these loyal customers are those who are going to bring in other customers, who are going to nurture new customers in by recommending your product and your services to them. So it is really good to kind of have, loyal customers who will be there for you when situation get tougher. I'm actually trying to see either I can reach out to Apostle Ima, but we can still continue with our discussion. Hello. Hello, Apostle. Wow, the network is not helping at all. Hello. Hello. Hello, Apostle.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, how are you?
Since the line is not good, let me just recall back.
Okay, the network is actually not helping, but I can hear you now. You can talk if you want. I can hear you now.
I'll get back to you, sorry.
Okay, all right, I understand. I'll be waiting.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I'm really sorry. The network is actually not helping. So we can continue with our discussions whilst we are waiting for Apostle Emmanuel.
All right, guys, if you've been...
So creating loyal customers will actually help you to grow your business, because no matter what, they are the people who are going to stand by you. They are the people who are going to be there for you no matter the situation. And they are the people who are going to bring in other customers for them to patronize your services as to enhance the growth of the business. So having loyal customers is very, very important. Or you have to create customer loyalty programs as the means to win the loyalty of your customers. More so, to grow your business, you need to kind of break out from your shells. You have to go beyond your boundaries, from your locality to a more international or higher point. So you have to leverage global platforms. You need to improve your product and services that can reach the international standard so that it can actually move to global. And then you can create a global platform by using WhatsApp, Facebook, those other social networks or social media as a means to reach out to other people within the context of other globes, so that it won't be like you are just a local champion businessman dealing with your locality. No, you need to kind of just push higher, push further. And that is what this network seems to be achieved. We are trying to help creating business partners between Africans and the Africans in the diaspora, so that those who are producing something back home, their products and services can reach the international world. And those who are also producing something here, some of their product can also get to Africa by the relationship we are trying to create. So you need to leverage global platform. You need to make sure your products and services actually get to the international line or international standard. That can actually increase the customer base, because now those people who be dealing with your product will not be just those within your locality, but the outside world, which means it will volumize the customer base, which is very helpful and kind of help the business to grow. So if you really want to grow your business, it is really, really important to leverage global platforms to reach out to other customers. And then, as I said, you are dealing with competitors, so you have to research competition. You are dealing with other people, so you have to know your competitors, get to know their strengths, their weaknesses, what actually helps them to move on, what is pushing them, what is driving them, what actually make them gain competitive advantage over you, what makes you gain competitive advantage over them. Just get to know their strengths and their weaknesses, get to know the product they are dealing with and how they deal with their customers. So if you get to know them, you can use these informations and then you penetrate by adopting strategies in order to to outcome them. It is very, very important. You don't have to leave your competitors alone. No, you need to go after them by understanding them, get to know them, get to know their strengths, their weaknesses, get to know what they like and what they don't like, what their customers like and what they don't like, who their customers are, and the status of their customers, the kind of people he's dealing with as customers, what the customers likes and what they don't like, what they say about him or her in the business or what they say about that business. You need to type certain informations, and through that you need to strategize as a means to hit so that you can strive and then cause your business to grow. So you need to know your competitors when you are dealing with business and ensuring the growth of your business. It's very, very important. So you need to research the competition. Just get to know the true concept and the framework of the kind of competition that you are dealing with. Lastly, I think we have to go without Apostle Ima. You have to utilize a customer management system, utilizing a customer management system. As I said, everything is all centered about the customer. So you need to adopt means to make your customers happy, to get to know them well, and then to make them happy so that they will not fall back to your competitors. Rather, they will create a sense of loyalty to you and then they will stay with you all the time as a means to bring in the income to grow your business. As I said, the customers are the focal point of every business. They are the real bosses of every business because without them, the business cannot thrive. Without them, the business cannot have money. Without them, you cannot pay your workers. Without them, the business cannot run. So if we talk of the true and original business owners, they are the customers. That's why we do everything in our strengths and in our capacities to delight them or to satisfy them or to make them happy so that they stay. Because as they say, they stay is when the money actually comes, which actually helps the running, the sustainability, and the growth of the business. I really like and love you and appreciate you watching. Thank you. God bless you. Have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.